Okay, earlier on I showed you how to embed a Google Doc, but what if you just want to embed or post certain bits and pieces of some work you've done in classes? Well, here's a way you can do that. Let's go ahead and add a post. And let's go ahead and call it Skitch because that's the name of the software that I like to use. And what we need to do is make sure we have that software. And if you don't have it already, you can download it for free. Go to the Evernote site, evernote.com, and download it. You may need your mom or dad's permission or their admin account to install any new software, but go ahead and ask them. It's some great stuff. So once you have that installed, you can go ahead and find the piece of work that you want to grab. So let's go back to that Google Doc. And instead of using the keyboard Command Shift 4, I'm going to use Command Shift 5. And I set that up for Skitch. So I'm going to grab this part down here, and then I'm just going to press Capture. And from there, I can go ahead and do all sorts of stuff. If you see my menu on the side, it looks a little bit like a Photoshop menu with little artsy tools. So I can go ahead and put an arrow right here. I can go ahead and write some text. I can make the text bigger or smaller. I can even change the color of the text, which is kind of cool. Okay, just make sure you click outside of it, the current tool that you're using if you want to change the color. So you have all sorts of really neat tools. You can highlight, you can do all sorts of things. It's a really cool tool. My favorite tool here though is the blur tool, and lets you blur certain things out. So maybe if you have somebody's email that you don't want to post, or maybe a picture of someone who's not comfortable being on your ePortfolio, you could blur them out. All right, great. So let's say I'm happy with this annotated piece of work that I want to display. How do I get it to my ePortfolio? So simply just drag this tool down here. Now you can rename this if you want and just call it work number 1, and that should stick. And if you just go ahead and drag this over here to your desktop, it'll create like a PNG, and I can double click on it. It should launch preview, and there it is. Okay. All right, I need to get that media into my post, and so we're going to follow the normal protocol and go back to the post, and we're going to click on this add media button, and it's not there, so let's go to upload files, and if you see, I just drag it here and it will go ahead and put it inside. Now down here is the size that I want it to be. If you want it the medium size, it's fine, but it's a little bit small. Let me demonstrate. So if I go to insert to post, it is quite small. So let's go ahead and delete it. Press this button, add the media again, click on it. Okay, let's just choose the full size down here and insert into post. That's probably closer to what I want to use. You can always edit inside and mess around with it up here and make it smaller if you so like. Okay. All right, so once I'm finished with that, I can go ahead and add a category and then press publish, and let's go ahead and take a preview, and we should be pretty happy with what's going on here. All right, so that's a Skitch post for you. That works with everything. Okay, I hope this helped.